welcome back to Cooking with Taylor. Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Taylor. So today I'm going to show you a one-pot amazing, and I mean amazing chickpea recipe. And most of it, I want to say, comes from the garden, except for obviously the chickpeas and our onions aren't ready and our garlic. But other than that, everything comes from our garden. So let me show you the ingredients first. We have some mixed match sizes of some peppers. You choose any color that you want. We also have a handful of basil, the green basil, and a few sprigs of the purple. And I'm also going to have one more tomato, 4 tomatoes. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and chop up the purple onion. You can use purple, you can use any color of onion you have. There's really no preference for this. So all you're going to do is just cut it in half, and then we're just going to go ahead and slice it right up. And then next, we're going to go ahead and peel our garlic. All right, welcome back. The camera thing is not working properly today. Okay, so we have our onion. I did have to run out and grab one small spicy pepper. And with all of it, it's not a super spicy dish. It just adds a little bit more flavor. So we're just going to go ahead and dice up a whole purple onion. And then I went ahead and I turned the pan on, just on low. We don't need high heat right now. And we're just going to go ahead and just continue to chop these all up. And then we're going to toss those in the pan first. And then the next step is we're going to go ahead and put the peppers in. Okay, so all we do is just use a little bit of oil here. We don't need a lot. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to throw all these onions in. And really, you could use a variety of different vegetables that you have. This doesn't have to be an exact amount. Even whatever ones you have from your garden, or maybe what's in season at the grocery store. So we're going to go ahead and throw all these in and just let these start to saute.
And these are green beans or big green beans?
And this is our secret ingredient. You want to show them how long? Let me hold one end of this really long one. Look at this long green bean. So I think it's a little longer than his whole arm. And then we have this long one.
That has much more shorter than my arm, but this one
much more shorter. So we're going to go ahead and chop the peppers up.
Yes, this one is much more bigger than my arm.
Much bigger than your arm.
Much more.
So for this, you can just chop it however you want. It's going into this kind of like soup type thing. So we're not looking for super neat chops. Just chop them up roughly, roughly into like little squares.
And also, this is our pepper. So this is giant.
That was the giant pepper out of the group. So you have a variety of sizes. None of them are perfect looking shapes.
Yeah, not everything has to be perfect. What, Mom?
Yeah, some of the vegetables you just throw a little funny.
And when they're funny, they're even bigger.
Sometimes they're even bigger. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chop just this last one up. Just a quick chop. And again, whatever color you have, go ahead and use. There's really no specific color that you need.
And there's no spice in the big one.
There's no spice in the bell peppers, which is
amazing
good for certain dishes.
Yeah, like young dishes don't need spice, but the curry needs spice, right?
The curry and some of our really good dishes definitely need some spice.
And also, we love our clean kitchen now.
We love the clean. We really like when our kitchen is nice and clean. And I think what's great about this recipe is that it requires one pot. Now we're going to go ahead and mince this garlic all up. So use 4 garlic cloves. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to throw this in here.
And
all done.
also,
So
I am a good cutter. Also, I am a good cutter. So, stop this thing right.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't work though.
All right, we're going to go ahead and throw all of this in.
Yeah. It's a hot pan though. Very hot.
It's definitely a hot pan, so be careful.
Hotter
So
than
we're just going to give this just a quick stir around. We're going to let it sit here. turn the heat up just a little bit, not too high. And then we're gonna chop our really large beans. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead, we let that saute for about 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and just chop these beans up. Again, if you don't have these really long beans, just use green beans or any other type of beans that you have will be great. So next, we're gonna take our pepper, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. This one you wanna make sure it's smaller. You don't want it really big. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and throw these in here. No. And then the last part that we have, or one of the ending parts, is we have our tomatoes. So if you don't have a variety, just use about 2 large tomatoes. So we're gonna go ahead and cut these up, and these are fresh tomatoes. And let me tell you, I am one of those people that only likes fresh tomatoes. I don't like canned tomatoes that much. I'll use them in the winter if there's no other option. But even the tomatoes from the store just do not taste good at all. If you've ever sat down and just kind of paired them up together and tried, you can really taste a difference. It's crazy. So I think tomatoes are one of my favorites from the garden. So we're just going to go ahead and chop all of these up. And I think what's great about this recipe with everybody back in school, especially I think most people are doing remote learning, is this is a really easy lunch or an easy dinner. You could start this, maybe at a little break time at 10, or you could prepare it ahead of time the day before, and all you need to do is just heat it up. And it has your healthy proteins, it has a variety of vegetables as you can see, so you're getting a lot of stuff in here. So all you do is just go ahead and chop all these up, or you just turn it on low, and then you just go ahead with your day. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just chop this last tomato up, and then we'll go ahead and throw this in. And then the 2 last steps that we're going to have is I have 2 cans of chickpeas. If you have a bigger family, all you got to do is just double this recipe. Get a bigger pot.
And also, tomatoes are not good when they add poison. They actually add like chemicals. So the chemicals are really dangerous. If too much chemicals come in, it's really dangerous, right?
Yeah, but these ones have no chemicals. Do you want to try one? Aren't they really good?
Yeah. You grow them, but don't add poison.
Yes, so just grow some. All right, next we're just going to add this in. And then we're just going to give this just a quick stir. And then all we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and cut up our garlic. So just stir this around. And this really will go down as it cooks slowly. All right, so while that's kind of going, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut all of our garlic up. Okay, so we'll take the not garlic, excuse me, I mean basil. We already added the garlic. So we're going to go ahead and chop this basil up. And then we're going to go ahead and throw it straight in there. So just rough chop. And some of the stems, when you get them from the garden, are a little harder. So you can use scissors as well. But it doesn't have to be an exact chop. Again, it's going to sit in there and it's going to get much better. Some of these really hard stems, go ahead and just take out if you would. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do just a quick one just right on top. Just like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Give it a quick stir. And one of the other steps that we do need to add a little bit of salt to this. Just so it has that. So let me go ahead and grab that salt. So I just want to show you what this looks like. So you can see the tomatoes, the the beans, all of these amazing vegetables that are actually really going to cook down even more, but still really good. So then we just want to take our salt. We want to sprinkle this over because we want to let it get about 2 pinches. And then next, we're going to go ahead and add our chickpeas. So we're going to just go ahead and throw it straight in there. And then after this, I'm just going to put a lid on it. I'm going to turn it on low, and I'm going to let it cook. You know, you can cook it for an hour, 2 hours, really. There's no exact method, just until it's done for your family. But I'll go ahead and let you know how long I cook it for this. I'm going to add just a little bit more water from the kettle. And then all I'm gonna do is just put the lid on it. As soon as this is done, I'll go ahead and see you. All right, this is all done. I want to show you how beautiful it looks. And look at all these beautiful vegetables in here. We have the purple, which really adds a lot of color. And of course the chickpeas just look wonderful. And the peppers. Actually, this is one of the rare dishes that I like peppers in a soup. Usually I love more the crunchy style. And the onions, the garlic, everything. So we're going to go ahead and let this cool just for a minute. And then we're going to go ahead and plate it up. All right, welcome back. So I went ahead and plated up a bowl. I just have to try this one. It really is a delicious, almost like a soup, but kind of not even a stew. It's just a soup. So let me go ahead and give this a try. So this one is really good. There's just so much flavor in it. And you wouldn't think that with all the different types of vegetables in there, but they really blend together amazing. So just go ahead and make this and let me know if you do. It'll be really delicious. It's also a healthy option. But I think what else I love is during this time with everybody starting school, it's really simple to make. You need one dish, that's it. So you don't have a lot of cleanup, so that's great. And all you do is just let it sit there for an hour or 2 hours, depends how soft you want the food to be. All right, well, please subscribe, like, and share. Bye.